A man kept losing his evenings. Not some evenings, almost every evening, and every night, at exactly the same moment, he said the same sentence. I wasted another day. The sentence had become so normal that he barely noticed it anymore. It happened around 10 o'clock, sometimes 10:30, sometimes 11. He would look at the time, then he would feel it, that feeling, not sadness, something heavier, disappointment, the kind you only feel when you disappoint yourself. Then the replay would begin. I should have worked out. I should have read. I should have started. I should have used my time better. Then the worst sentence would arrive. Tomorrow will be different. He would say it. He would believe it. Then tomorrow would become another evening, then another, then another. One Tuesday he woke up feeling unusually motivated. Today felt different. He could feel it. He sat up in bed, smiled, and made a list. Workout, read 10 pages. Work for 1 hour on something important. That was all. Not 6 hours. Not a new life. 3 simple things. Then his brain said something. You have plenty of time. The sentence felt harmless. It always did. He smiled, then picked up his phone. Just for a few minutes, 5 minutes. Then another video appeared. Then another, then another. Then suddenly, 47 minutes had disappeared. He sat up quickly. A tiny wave of panic arrived. Then he said something. It's okay. I still have the entire day. Then he made breakfast. Then answered a message. Then another. Then he watched another video. Then lunch arrived. Then he said another sentence. I'll properly start after lunch. Lunch became 3. 3 became 5. 5 became 7. Then another sentence appeared. Today's basically over. Then 10 o'clock arrived. Then the disappointment arrived. Again. Then he said it. I wasted another day. He sat quietly. Then he whispered something else. What is wrong with me? The room stayed silent. Then he opened his notebook. Something strange happened. He noticed every page looked the same. Workout, read, start, workout, read, start, workout, read, start. Page after page, the same promises, the same goals. Then he laughed. Then his eyes watered slightly. Because suddenly, he wasn't looking at goals. He was looking at months. Then he whispered, when did this become my life? The room stayed quiet. Then another answer arrived, slowly. That was the terrifying part. Nothing dramatic had happened. His life wasn't exploding. It was evaporating, one evening at a time. Then he stood up, walked toward the mirror, looked at himself. Then he said something he'd never said before. I don't think I'm lazy. The sentence surprised him, because for years he had believed he was. Then another thought arrived. Maybe I'm exhausted. He frowned. That didn't make sense. Exhausted from what? He hadn't done anything. Then another answer arrived. Decision-making. He sat down. Then he started noticing something. Every day looked like this. Should I start now or later? Should I work now or later? Should I exercise now or later? Should I read now or later? Hundreds of tiny negotiations, every single day. Then he laughed, because suddenly, it sounded ridiculous. He was arguing with himself all day long, and somehow the version that wanted less effort kept winning. Then another realization arrived. He was making one mistake, a very expensive mistake. He was waiting to feel like doing things. The room became quiet. Then he whispered, "Oh," because suddenly, everything made sense. He wasn't waiting for time. He wasn't waiting for energy. He was waiting for a feeling. And feelings are terrible employees. They show up late. They disappear without warning. They cannot be trusted. Then another realization arrived. Every good thing he had ever done, he had done while not feeling like it. He remembered exams. He remembered work. He remembered difficult conversations. He remembered projects he finished. He had never felt ready. He had simply started. Then he laughed, because suddenly, the entire game changed. He wasn't bad at discipline. He was addicted to waiting. Then another sentence arrived, and it changed everything. Start before you agree with yourself. He smiled, because that sounded strange. Then he understood. His brain would always negotiate. Always. Every single day. The goal was not to silence it. The goal was to move before it finished talking. Then another thought arrived. What if I only protect my evenings? Not the entire day, just the evening. He smiled. That felt manageable. Then he created a rule. From 7 to 9 o'clock. No negotiations, no phone, no decisions, no debates. The day could be messy, the morning could be messy, but 7 to 9 belonged to him. The first night felt strange, very strange. He reached for his phone 3 times. He stopped himself. He paced around the room. He sat down. He stood up. Then he worked for 15 minutes. Then 20. Then 30. Then something unexpected happened. The guilt disappeared. Not completely, but enough. Enough to breathe. Enough to smile. Then 10 o'clock arrived. The same time he usually felt disappointed. This time he felt something else. Pride. A small amount, but real. Then he laughed, because he realized something. Nothing extraordinary had happened. He hadn't changed his life. He hadn't transformed. He had simply kept one promise. Then another realization arrived. Maybe that is what confidence actually is. Not feeling unstoppable. Feeling trustworthy. The room became quiet. Then he smiled. Because for the first time in a long time, he trusted himself a little. Months passed. He still procrastinated sometimes. He still wasted time. He still got distracted. But one thing disappeared. The sentence, "I wasted another day." Then one evening he looked at the clock. 10 o'clock. The same clock, the same room, the same person, but a different life. Then he smiled. Because for the first time in years, he could remember what he did today. He remembered reading. He remembered moving his body. He remembered making progress. Then he realized something beautiful. People do not lose their lives in dramatic ways. They lose them in ordinary evenings. And people do not rebuild their lives in dramatic ways either. They rebuild them in ordinary evenings too. Then perhaps this story leaves you with one question. What happens between 7 and 10 o'clock for you? Be honest, you know exactly what happens. The phone appears, the videos appear, the promises appear, then guilt appears, and then tomorrow appears. Again, but perhaps tonight can be different. Not because you will become disciplined, not because you will become a new person, because you will stop negotiating. Tonight, for 1 hour, you are unavailable. Unavailable for scrolling. Unavailable for delay. Unavailable for bargaining with yourself. Because the person you want to become is not waiting in some distant future. That person is built in ordinary evenings, 1 hour at a time. And perhaps tonight, instead of saying, "I wasted another day," you can say something else. "I kept one promise." Because that is how trust returns. That is how confidence returns. That is how momentum returns. And eventually, that is how a life returns. Not tomorrow, not Monday, tonight.